We have reached the apex. Over the past 10 briefings, we have systematically eradicated the human bottleneck from every layer of your corporation. You own the brain. You own the acquisition pipeline. You own the fulfillment engine, the proprietary data moat, and the autonomous dev swarm. You are now generating free cash flow at a ratio that breaks traditional financial modeling. But if you simply let that capital sit in a corporate treasury account, you are fundamentally misunderstanding your new position in the macroeconomic hierarchy. You are no longer just a software founder. You are a sovereign capital allocator. The market is currently littered with distressed legacy SaaS companies, incumbents drowning in human operational overhead, bloated middle management, and shrinking margins. They are fighting a war of attrition they cannot win. Your endgame is not to compete with them. Your endgame is to acquire them, gut their inefficiencies, and migrate their revenue onto your AI-native infrastructure. Welcome to the Season 2 finale, the zero-employee roll-up. Let's dismantle traditional private equity and rebuild it as an agentic workflow. We are moving from months of human due diligence to algorithmic acquisition. The pipeline begins at Node 1, the Scout engine. You deploy specialized financial agents to scrape public registries, deal flow platforms like MicroAcquire, and distressed venture portfolios. The Scout is programmed with strict bounding boxes. It looks for companies with high churn, flat growth, and, critically, massive payroll expenses. It is hunting for operational inefficiency. When a target is identified, it hits Node 2, the valuation router. This agent analyzes their code repository, their cloud infrastructure bill, and their customer database. It calculates the exact arbitrage delta, the mathematical difference between their current 20% profit margin and the 98% margin you will achieve once you fire their entire staff and plug their product into your autonomous fulfillment engine. Then comes execution. Node 3 is the restructuring swarm. Post-acquisition, you do not integrate their corporate culture. You terminate it. The swarm ingests their legacy codebase, refactors it via your autonomous dev swarm to match your proprietary standards, and migrates their user base onto your zero-touch servers. Post-merger integration happens in days, not years. The financial math here is the most violent wealth creation mechanism in modern capitalism. Let's look at the multiple compression. Imagine a legacy SaaS generating $2 million in arranged by. Because of their bloated 20-person headcount, they only take home $200,000 in profit. You acquire them for a 4x revenue multiple, $8 million. In legacy finance, this is a risky 40-year payback period based on profit. But you are an AI-native micro-monopoly. On day one, you strip out their $1.5 million in human payroll and redundant cloud architecture. You route their fulfillment through your zero marginal cost engine. Overnight, that $200,000 profit becomes $1.9 million in pure free cash flow. You just turned a 40x EBITDA multiple into a 4x EBITDA multiple through pure architectural leverage. You pay off the acquisition in months. But heed this final, critical warning, the cultural infection trap. If you attempt to retain their legacy management to smooth the transition, you will infect your deterministic state machine with human politics, ego, and delay. You must be mathematically ruthless. The value of the acquisition is the revenue and the data, not the bloat. You are buying their distribution, not their operations. The era of building SaaS to get acquired by a legacy incumbent is backwards. The macro transition is clear. The AI-native bootstrappers are becoming the acquirers. You have decoupled from biological limits. You have eradicated technical debt. You possess an operational superiority that heavily funded unicorns cannot replicate. Your final imperative is absolute. Look at the market. Look at your competitors who are still hiring human SDRs, human engineers, and human customer success managers. They are not your rivals. They are your future inventory. Become the apex predator. We have traversed the complete roadmap. From a fragile linear startup to an unkillable, sovereign, zero-employee micro-monopoly. The theory is over. The blueprints are in your hands. The market is waiting. Execute the architecture. And above all else, stay ruthless.